what is communication? We're going to give our best effort to answer that. Now, we have to admit that defining communication in a way that everybody agrees with is almost impossible. Why? Well, one reason is because the word is so common. In 1970, in the Journal of Communication, Frank Dance said that communication is one of the most overworked terms in the English language. And he wrote that decades ago, but the situation is really the same today. It's a word like culture or community. If you asked 100 different people what those words mean, you'd get 100 different definitions. But we have to try to define it. I'm no quitter. So here's what we're going to do. This video has 3 parts. First, I'm going to give you a basic definition. Next, we'll look at 3 popular models of communication over time. And finally, I'll touch on how different researchers study communication from different angles. Taken together, that will give you a well-rounded answer to this question. The word communication in Latin comes from communicare, which means to share, to make something common. And I love that. My plain language, basic working definition of communication from all I've read is the process by which people transmit information, share verbal and nonverbal messages, and create meaning with each other. So let's look at 3 popular communication models that align with those 3 keywords: transmit, share, and create.
If I wish to enroll myself in a course, what would I do? I would ascertain my interest areas and look for suitable courses that tend to that area, and then find various institutions that offer a suitable course. I would find information such as the location, fees, course structure, faculty, future prospects, testimonials, and some more. And before I come to a decision, I would go through a rigorous process. This entire journey from not knowing anything to finally taking a decision is called research. Today, we are going to talk about media research, and the topic that we are discussing is definition, role, and functions of research. What is research? To me, it is a simple English word given a lot of complicated meaning just to make it sound more academic. Simply, research is the difference between the unknown and the known, the journey between these 2 points. Research is fact-finding in a systematic and scientific manner.
Communication. Basics and importance. What communication is. Importance of communication and ways to improve our communication skills to have better personal and professional relationships. Talking is an integral part of living. We talk to our family members, friends, people at work, and even strangers. But do we really communicate with them? Let's see how communication is different from talking. Talking simply refers to speaking words and sentences. Sometimes the message is understood, sometimes it is not. Communicating is one step further in the process. It is the sharing of information between 2 or more people to reach a common understanding. Communication is a 2-way process. It needs a sender or a speaker and a receiver or a listener. The speaker's role is to speak clearly, while the listener's role is to pay attention to the speaker. However, quite often people focus more on what they want to say rather than listen to others.
Unlike the solution to a jigsaw puzzle, there can be multiple ways of undertaking a research. Previously, we talked about research as a concept. Moving further, it is important that we understand the various types of research and how a research can be approached. There are multiple ways to distinguish between research types, and some may overlap each other. First, we have descriptive versus analytical research. Descriptive research includes surveys and fact-finding inquiries of different kinds. The major purpose of descriptive research is the description of the state of affairs as it is at present. The main characteristic is that the researcher can only report what has happened or what is happening. In analytical research, on the other hand, the researcher has to use facts or information already available and analyze these to make a critical evaluation of the material. The analytical research usually concerns itself with cause and effect relationship. Research is not a simple process. It takes a lot of time to turn the idea germinating in one's mind into a scientifically proven, detailed research work. The ideation itself takes days, and it is best suited that a researcher follows a guided step-by-step procedure in order to produce the most effective work. The first step is to formulate the research problem. At the very outset, the researcher must single out the problem he wants to study. That is, he or she must decide the general area of interest and aspect of a subject matter that he or she would like to inquire into. The second step is extensive literature survey. Once the problem is formulated, a brief summary of it should be written down. At this juncture, the researcher should carry out what is called a literature survey in order to understand the problem in a much easier manner. After extensive literature survey, the researcher should state in clear terms what is his or her working hypothesis. A hypothesis is the statement that we are trying to prove true. It is a tentative assumption made in order to draw out and test its logical or empirical consequences. The researcher would now be required to prepare a research design. That is, he or she will have to state the conceptual structure within which the research would be conducted. The fifth step is determining the sample design. One needs to ascertain a part of the population under study as sample. The researcher must decide the way of selecting a sample, or what is popularly known as the sample design. It is a definite plan determined before any data are actually collected for obtaining a sample from the given population.
Communication is the basis of all relationships. We communicate with others for many reasons. For example, when you can't find your clothes, you reach out to your mother or father. We also need to talk to others to share our joys and sorrows with them. At work, we talk to our co-workers to share ideas, exchange information, and seek help from them. Without communication, our life would come to a standstill. We communicate not just verbally, but also non-verbally through our body language and facial expressions. Another mode of communication is written, which includes letters, emails, notes, etc.
Research includes the following advantages. It helps determine facts scientifically and not just on heavy predictions or hearsay. In the process of conducting a research, we realize our objectives and end goals more clearly, which helps in channelizing all our efforts towards the right avenue. Results determined after research are closer to reality and not superficial, since these are proven facts. Research is as practical as learning can get. Hence, it is far better as an experience than learning from books or reading facts ascertained by someone else. Finally, research is integral to academics. It helps develop academic instincts in students and propels research work which may be significant to a society. This is what a research mind map looks like, and it covers a wide range of aspects, from mission and education to experimentation, probe, and practice.